Australian tourist visas. Subclass 600 tourist visas, also known as visitor visas, are for people travelling to Australia to visit family or friends, or for general tourism purposes, in other words for holidaying or sightseeing. Tourist visas are not for business or medical reasons, and they will not grant a visa unless they are convinced you are a genuine applicant. Being a genuine applicant means they need to be convinced that you are only visiting Australia for the purposes that you claimed you are visiting for. They also need to see that you have the means to support yourself while you're in Australia, and that you have strong enough ties to your home country that you are more likely to want to return at the end of the visit and therefore not overstay. Please note that tourist visas are one of the most abused of visas by those who have intentions to overstay and to work illegally in Australia. Therefore, they are highly scrutinised. If the embassy are not convinced of the application being genuine, they are required by law to refuse the application. Where you must be. If you are in Australia, your application must be lodged in Australia. If you are outside of Australia, your application must be made outside Australia. Tourist visas are not for working or looking for work, applying for another visa like work visas or partner visas, and they are not for staying permanently. At the end of the visa stay, you need to go back. Tourist visas to Australia from many countries often have a Condition 8503 applied to them, which means no further stay and no entitlements to apply for a further visa while you're inside Australia. Please note, Australian tourist visas are not to be seen as a shortcut or a queue jump to permanent resident status. They are also not to be used as an alternative to a partner visa so that a couple may live together. If either of these are your intention, the embassy will refuse the application. Entitlements. Visa holders are entitled to visit Australia for the purposes stated in the visa application. You may not work, you may not study for more than 3 months, and note that you are not entitled to Austudy benefits. You may not use the visa for any other purpose, and if the visa is granted as single entry, you may enter Australia only once. The visa will expire when you leave the country. Length of stay. The visa grant may be single entry or multiple entry. The length of stay may be 3 months, 6 months or 12 months. Please note that the most common tourist visa grant is for a 3-month single entry stay. While you may request multiple entry visas and longer stays, they will take into account risk factors, overseas travel history and the purpose of the stay before making a decision on what to grant. Do not expect to necessarily get what you have requested. Thank you.